Do you want my body?
Yes. Hey guys, James and Mark here with another mukbang. If you guys like this video, give us a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. What's so funny? So today we are doing another seafood mukbang. We were at Costco yesterday and I kind of just went a little crazy with picking up some seafood. So they had a Dungeness crab here. Two of these were only 30 bucks, which I think is pretty reasonable. They were already cooked, so all I had to do...
How many pounds?
Well, if you want to do the math, it was $8 a pound, and it was 30 bucks for both of them. Okay. So it's around probably 2 pounds each. And then Mark also convinced me to get the cocktail shrimp, just to make it more of a mukbang. If you guys haven't already checked it out, I've done a Dungeness crab mukbang many months ago, but this is different and special because Mark is in this one. And I also made my mom's famous garlic mayo sauce, so we should use this sparingly because it has quite a bit of garlic in there. I don't even know how many cloves I stuck in there.
So no kissing tonight?
No, none. And then I also, I guess to keep with the Costco theme, I have a Kirkland green tea, diet green tea. And Mark, you are drinking?
Perrier.
It's really fancy. I can't get into carbonated water because to me it tastes salty.
You have to get used to it.
Yeah.
But now I love it.
All right, so we're gonna, I guess, get cracking on these guys. So Mark just informed me that he doesn't remember how to open these things.
No, because usually at a restaurant, it comes pre-opened.
So, oh, that's right.
So why don't you show us?
Yes, so the first thing I like to do is I just rip off all of the legs, and that's fairly easy to do. Just give it a little elbow grease there. You see some of it has the meat coming out too. I feel like we're racing, but we're not. And I'm gonna keep the body whole for now. I'm probably gonna just start with the legs.
Okay,
perfect. And then we actually don't have any of the crackers, so usually, not like saltine crackers, but is that what they're called? The shell cracker? We don't have any of that, so we're just gonna go old school and use our teeth, but be very careful with that. These are usually my favorite pieces out of the claws because it has the most meat. So I usually, this claw piece at least has 2 segments, I guess. And so I always break that off and then I just start eating it.
Hey, Heidi. You know, we never bought crab at Costco before.
Actually, originally I wanted to buy the Alaskan king crab legs, but it was a little bit more out of our price range. We have a little bowl hiding back here if you guys haven't seen it. The surprising thing is we just got back from Santa Barbara. We went for a friend's bachelorette party, and we had no shortage of seafood while we were out there.
No, actually, our first meal there, we ate crab.
Yes, on the pier. But what was I disappointed about that place, though?
Oh, they cleaned the body.
Yeah, and the body to me has the best part, I feel like, in terms of meat, and then there's also, I guess they're called crab guts, I'm not sure.
How is it?
Good. Has a nice bit of salt, and it's flaky.
Not bad. So Costco is $8 a pound, but if you order this fresh at a restaurant, it's like $30 a pound.
Yeah.
So
And then if you order it at like a supermarket and cook it yourself, I think right now it's around $6 a pound.
is it really?
Yeah, so if you think about it, I mean, there have been a few times where I made crab at home, but it's not a pleasant experience because, you know, you have to kill the crab. And
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
usually Mark has to leave the kitchen when I do that. And actually, after I did it 1 or 2 times, I'm like convinced not to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is just as good. I don't really.
You have a white sauce in the corner of your mouth.
I was saving that for later. Thank you.
So sometimes they give you the cracker thing, right?
Yeah.
And then I've seen those wooden mallets too.
I like them, but I feel like you have less control over.
It goes all over.
It goes all over the place. Even when we were at Santa Barbara and I was using the cracker, I was afraid that all of the shells would like, fling across.
Actually,
room.
the guy sitting next to me, his shell flew into me.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. You usually react when that kind of stuff happens.
Well, yeah.
You just didn't say anything. Was it the people after we had gotten seated? Or was it the people that were already seated there that did that?
After.
Oh. So why don't you tell people what else we did on this exciting bachelorette trip? Probably the highlight, I would say.
That we almost died.
Well, you're being a little dramatic, but I guess that's still true.
We rented out little buggies.
Mm-hmm.
They're 3-wheeled buggies, very small, with a motorcycle handle, and they just allowed us to drive on the streets with normal cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was pretty scary, but fun. Like the first few minutes, I was literally scared for my life driving it.
I'm glad you didn't I mean, I could tell you were nervous.
Yeah.
But maybe not to the extent of what you just said.
It was
Which is
pretty.
kinda
It was
scary.
pretty nervous, and I was like, okay.
I'm gonna lemon this, yeah?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Or just half. I don't know if we're gonna finish all of this today.
But then after a while, you get used to it.
Yeah, I was convinced. It was just like a roller coaster in terms of me not wanting to do it. But Mark, and I think this is why he compliments me so well, convinced me to at least try it for a little bit. And I think the scary part is we decided to switch not on an actual pit stop, but at a red light. And we switched, and then by the time I don't even think we got seat belted in. It turned green, and I was like, crap, we have to go.
And you have to get used to knowing how to drive it too.
Yeah. It's the mechanics of it. I mean, I've never really ridden a motorcycle, but it's more like that.
Yeah.
But it was interesting how you said you wanna your feet pretend that there are pedals there, even though there's nothing there.
Yeah. you have
So
to
when
use
I
your
did
hands.
that, I was looking for it.
And the guy, I mean not guy, the buggy goes faster than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Max speed around 50 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm. We had some speed demons in our group. There were parts where people would not necessarily run the red light, but they would just not really pay attention to the people behind, and so we had a system where people would have to honk 2 times to alert the people in front, hey, you need to pull over so that we all stay as a group. But I think it was fun. I mean, it was definitely something we've never done or even thought to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good idea. Look at this piece.
Mm-hmm. And actually eating the shrimp and crab, maybe not the mayonnaise because that's kind of breaking it, but it's in alignment with kind of our diet regimen right now in terms of just eating protein, especially since we both weighed ourselves after the long weekend. I mean, it was our vacation, but still, it's discouraging to come back and realize you gained some of it back. So.
How's the shrimp?
It's good. So the cocktail shrimp, it's a very easy appetizer, I'd say, to pick up. It's only like $12 and you get like, I can't even count how many pieces of shrimp there are, but you don't have to peel it, you don't have to devein it.
Yeah.
And it looks nice already, so. Yeah. Costco, they are a tricky bunch of people because yesterday we were in the checkout counter and as soon as we, I guess, got rung up, it alerted like a salesperson to come over to us and convince us to get an executive membership. And we actually had an executive membership like 3 or 4 months ago and decided to cancel it because we didn't make our money back. And what do you guys think we did?
We signed up for it again. They convinced us.
Yeah. So. But we've been going to Costco, I guess, a lot more since we have been eating a lot more protein. Their meat selection there is really good, I think.
It's convenient because it comes in a huge package, so very cost effective.
Yeah.
I like how the chicken is already boneless and skinless.
Yeah, I like that. You know how there's that layer of, like, it's paper, but it's not, and it's underneath chicken trays? I like how these don't have that. It's just the bag, and it's, like, to the point. I hate having that extra piece of styrofoam, and...
Why?
It
Bothers you?
I don't know. I just don't like the idea that all the chicken juices are in that little, like, towel thingy or whatever it is. So what else did you think about Santa Barbara? Like, would you live there?
I would.
Yeah.
I thought it was really a cute area to live.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of far from everything. I wouldn't even know which like they would have to use LAX for international trips.
Yeah, for international.
Yeah, that would
So
be far.
who flies into Santa Barbara Airport? Because we were right next to Santa Barbara Airport, but I was like, who
Yeah, I
even
don't know.
flies in there?
I don't know.
Well, did you think of it as more of a Southern California type of city or Northern California?
It didn't feel like SoCal.
It didn't.
No.
Okay.
A lot more green, like trees and mountainous.
That's true.
I don't know. Would you live there?
I don't think so.
I mean, we saw some nice homes that had like really good ocean view. I wouldn't mind living there.
Well, if money's not an object, then sure, that should be like one of our vacation homes, right? But I was telling our group of friends there, like, our hotel was right across the street from like a Trader Joe's, and I think because we've gone on more, our most recent vacations have been in more remote areas. Like we were at Fairbanks, we went to Utah. Like I expected us having to like go a little bit further, and then I realized, oh, Santa Barbara is just like another city. It's not like you can't find a place nearby for anything.
Well, we live in Anaheim, kind of close to Disneyland, so a lot of people that we see probably come here for vacations. Like, oh, there's a Bonds here.
I guess so, yeah.
There's a Costco here. Like,
all right, I'm ready for the body if you are.
Okay, show me how to open it.
Okay, so this is what I remember. So usually, oh, it's dripping juices. There's like this, I don't know what it's called, like the actual body part. And there should be a way to kind of, like, it's already like a loose tooth. So all you really need to do is you pull it up.
Ooh.
And it detaches from the body cavity there. Perfect. Ooh, yours has a lot of the goodness inside. So I don't want to lean it too close, but there's all of these juices, and then the crab roe, I guess is what you can call it. This is really good with rice if you have it on hand, but we're not allowed to eat rice right now, so we'll just
rice with soy sauce is good.
But yeah, there's all these like pieces inside that you can eat. And this is my favorite part of the crab. And then as far as like breaking the body, I usually just squeeze it. It's quite messy. And then it rips in half like this.
Squeeze it?
Yeah, kind of like break it in half.
Oh my gosh.
Do you need help?
Oh my gosh.
Have to go for it. You got it.
Oh. I think I broke a sweat. Oh my gosh, you're slurping.
Yeah. So there's a lot of meat in here.
Mm.
Like this part of the crab, you actually don't even need to dip it in anything because it's so. I think it's like much more concentrated in flavor. I feel like than the legs.
Mm-hmm. I remember when we would go to down the beach to eat crab. You would always want to order like 2 crabs per person, type of like,
Mm-hmm.
and the bill would come out to be like $200.
And like dripping everywhere. Sorry. Yeah,
And I'm like,
it's
I
a
don't.
little excessive.
I was like, I don't know if it's worth paying that much just to eat crab. So I would have to convince him. Oh, maybe today just order
Or
3 crabs, and
have we done 3? We have, right?
we have, yeah. That's
But then lately we've been doing only 2.
yeah.
And then sometimes you'll just give me some of your extras so I don't end up regretting not getting more.
Mm-hmm.
This one didn't have as many eggs in it.
You want some of mine?
Do you have any?
This part?
Oh, in the actual body part.
Oh.
I think this video is going to make you look like you're concentrating really hard.
I can't multitask.
Probably should have grabbed a spoon.
Here's use that one.
Yeah. So today is also our 2-year anniversary of living in this house. So we should cheers to that or something.
Cheers to 2 years. It doesn't feel like 2 years, huh?
I feel like it's more like 1 year.
Alright, cheers.
The first day we got our place, obviously there was no furniture or anything inside, and we didn't have curtains either. And the first thing we had done was we held hands and we just spun really quickly in a circle just because we could. I don't know why, but that memory just sticks out in my head.
Are we ready to do any renovation projects already?
Are we? Well, you know, one thing we've been putting off is the gallery wall. We have a perfect wall in our office to do that. And we talked about the gallery wall like a lot, like probably when we even moved in.
Yeah, it's like one of the first things we wanted to do, and
Yeah.
we haven't done it yet.
And I think even now it's more appealing to get it done just because I feel like we've been spending a lot more time in the office because of the mukbangs and then also because of wedding planning. I think it'd be just nice to get it done. But I feel like there's a lot to it. It's not just like, all right, let's just print out some photos and like stick it up. It's like,
It's like a commitment.
okay, so the next mukbang, we'll use utensils. I'm like pushing it now. Hey, but our boiling crab video is doing pretty well. I guess it's seasonal. People are probably watching it now because it's in season. My coworker just mentioned that it's crawfish season. I was telling them about the fight we almost got into at Santa Barbara. You want to tell people what happened?
Someone was just disrespecting us.
It wasn't even our fault. This napkin's not even useful anymore.
You can have my spare one.
It's okay. The shrimp's good. I just thinking half order would have been just as good.
They have half orders?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Like they should make it. That shrimp would be good with ramen. Just throw it in the ramen.
Interesting.
You okay? So I never use my these teeth. I always use the back teeth. What teeth do you use? I'm not even paying attention.
Like the halfway point between the back and the front.
Okay, good. I could have sworn like my dad chipped a tooth once eating crab.
Oh, I can imagine that. So did my mom, but there's a Korean side dish where they look like baby crabs, and they're tossed in like this garlicky sesame oil chili sauce. But you're supposed to eat it whole, so it could get kind of hard and crunchy. And my mom chipped her tooth eating that once.
When you chip your tooth, is it like just game over, like it's done, or can they actually do anything?
I think most likely they would have to remove the whole tooth, and you probably need a crown.
Oh.
Or if it's just a minor chip, maybe they could just sand it out. Any dentists out there? Tell us what happens.
We should ask Mai.
Did I tell you there's Costco in Korea? And your membership to here works overseas.
Oh wow. Did you go while you were studying abroad?
It looks very similar.
Probably just more bulk-sized kimchi.
They did have bulk size soju, Like a box of soju, like 40 bottles in a box.
And they do samples and everything as well there. I remember reading something about instead of a chicken bake, don't they have like bulgogi bake?
Yeah, bulgogi bake.
Yeah. I always wonder though because, how many like what percent of Koreans actually have cars in Korea?
I think a lot do, but that's a good point. I did not drive a car, so
It's like
when I
you
went
buy
to,
in bulk. It's like,
yeah,
it's
and
rude.
I take the subway, like you have to carry it all.
Probably should have got a bigger bowl, huh?
I'm actually impressed by the crab. It's not bad.
No.
Yeah.
The hardest part was boiling the water. I don't know if you could tell, but I added Cajun seasoning to the Cajun seasoning to the water. So I don't know if you can really tell.
Does that help?
If you want to like flavor the shell as you like bite into it, but I probably didn't put enough for you to notice then.
I mean, now that you say that, I think I could taste it. Do you want my body?
Yes. Do I have enough room? I didn't finish this yet, so let me trade because I want to eat yours first.
Okay. I do like the body part too, but I know James likes it so much more.
I don't know if I could even. I did manual focus today, right? Yeah, so it's okay.
I know you enjoy it so much more, so I'd rather see you do it all. That was good?
Yeah. There's nothing like it. I think that's why I like it so much.
Do you like this more or uni?
Ooh. I guess uni, but then I've had overall better experiences eating the crab insides than uni, because sometimes uni is like not good. Are you getting full? Like, I am getting full, but my brain's also telling me like, where's the rice? Where's, I don't know, the potatoes?
I feel like I'm getting full because there's a lot of work eating this.
That's true, yeah.
So, like, actual content-wise, I didn't eat a lot, but because it takes time and you have to work for it,
Yeah.
it feels like I ate a lot. Would you say Dungeness crab is like one of the more popular type of crabs that people eat?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Because we ended up eating something neither of us have ever heard of, right? Rock crab?
Rock crab, yeah.
I've never heard of rock crab. And then there's spider crab, but I don't think either of us would ever eat that because it's just, that's the really spiky looking one, I think.
You had it before.
Where?
At those buffet, like, those are all spider crab legs.
Are you
No?
sure you know which one I'm talking about?
They're, they look kind of like toy. They look like a toy. Like a plastic legs.
No, that's not the one I'm talking about. That's Alaskan, no wait. I don't know what those legs are either. I know which one you're talking about at the buffet. Like, yeah, I know those. But then this one's like, it looks like if you touch it, it'll like pierce you. Like it's that spiky. So it was my phone that reminded me that it was our 2 year since moving in here.
Yeah.
But I realized I haven't set up my phone to back up like photos I'm recently taking, so I might need your help doing that later. You're definitely the more tech savvy out of the two of us. Wouldn't you say so?
Even so, I'm not even that tech savvy, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like I keep forgetting to look up because I'm just so fixated on getting the meat out.
Yeah, I feel like I can't multitask today. I'm like, I need to open the shell. I need to eat. I need to grab the shrimp.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the shrimp. We actually bought all of this yesterday, and I had the intention of filming yesterday. But then I took a nap, and then I woke up and I was like, I don't know, like my body's telling me to stop eating. Because I just feel like we ate to the point where we didn't realize how much we were eating this weekend. So then I was like, okay, I just had some fruit for dinner last night.
Well, you also said because you nap, like your hair got messed up.
Yeah,
You didn't feel like redoing your hair.
it's inside secret. Well, who wants to do a mukbang when they're all haggard? But I have done a few where I'm like not dolled up, I guess. I mean, if you consider this dolled up.
Are you dolled up right now?
I'm okay. I came from work, so I look somewhat presentable. I just changed my shirt. Oh, you sure you don't want to bite at least? That's how it was. I wouldn't eat the whole. Oh, it's really rich if you eat it all at once. One more. You're gonna eat all of it? Sorry, I told you to stop.
It was really rich.
Did I bring napkins? Can I have one more? Ooh. See, I think that's why it's tasty with rice, right? Because it's so rich that you just mix it in with a little rice in there. You have like a new dish already. Hetty's been behind you this whole time. Well,
They also had lobster at Costco, huh?
mm-hmm. Have you ever cooked lobster before? I have never. No?
Mm-mm.
took me to this place that served like a spicy crab stew.
Did you like it?
Amdal?
Mm-hmm.
I love it there. How many crabs does it come with?
I think it depends on the size of the stew you order.
My arms are sore. Yeah, sometimes it's just easier to eat the shrimp.
I
Is that
know,
what you're
because
thinking?
it's already shelled and deveined.
Well, the last time we ate crab at home, we went to the market, and I remember deshelling the entire thing for you.
Mm-hmm. That was nice.
But I was also tempted as I was deshelling it just to eat it.
I'm sure you ate some. I knew I was missing a piece here and there.
You'll never know. That feels like so long ago because I remember in that mukbang there was a Christmas tree behind me.
Really?
So it had to have been at least 6 months already.
Sometimes we don't take down our Christmas tree until a month after Christmas, so maybe 5 months.
We were good about it this year.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I still have this part of the body. Do you want it?
Yeah, I'll probably just eat it after.
Okay. I'm just getting too tired.
So maybe that's a new diet trick. Make food very difficult to eat.
Put it in a lock cage and I have to figure out the combination.
Mm-hmm. I'll just do one more piece of shrimp then. Are you waiting for me to end it?
Is your foot still asleep?
It's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah. How about you end it today? Let's mix it up.
Oh, dang, put me on the spot.
You can do it. You used to do videos all the time.
I know, but I never said it before.
Well, you know the gist of it.
All right,
Let's see
so
how you do.
So what do you usually say? Okay, guys, we're wrapping up. If you like this video, please leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, and like this video. And we'll see you next time.